Good morning, everyone. I hope my screen is visible to you and I am audible to you. Kindly type a yes or no. Great. Let's start. Let me share one more content with you. Okay, so let's continue with our MCQ discussion. Okay, so let me close this. Let me take it down. Suppose int I is equal to 5. Which of the following can be used as an index for array double T is equal to new double 100? So there are 5 options over here. You have to tell me which of the options could be used for having the index. So these are the 5 options A, B, C, D, E. So which of this could be used as a valid index for that to access an element from double T is equal to new double 100? So the first option I is perfectly valid. Okay, you could access it using this particular I. Second is int math.random into 100 could be used because math.random into 100 will give me between 0 to 99 and int will give me the valid integer. I plus 10 is a valid one. 5 plus 10 is 15 within the permissible limit. I plus 6.5 will give me the answer in double, which is not a random value, which is not a integer value, it's a double value. Mat.random into 100 will give me the double value. So double value cannot be used as an index, it has to be an integer value. So the correct answer is A, B and C. Correct answer is A, B and C. Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Okay, let's go for the next one. Int square bracket x is equal to new entry SOP x0. What should be the value displayed? Yes, since you have declared an array, what has happened is all the elements are 0. So x0 should give me 0. X0 should give me 0. Which of the following statements are valid? Question number 3. Take a minute or so to understand it and tell me which are the valid option. Answer is B is valid, C is valid, and E is valid. And E is valid. B is valid, C is valid, and E is valid. Any doubt in this? Next, how we can initialize an array with 2 characters to A and B? 4 options are given. Tell me which one is valid one. Well, the answer is in this case is A is invalid because you can't initialize once an array is declared. Once you declare an array, once you have declared an array, initialization cannot be done on the next line. If you want to initialize it on the same line. Character to character array is equal to A and B. This 2 shouldn't be there. So that's why it is invalid. This is valid as well as character array, new character A, B is valid. So answer is C and D. Answer is C and D. Answer is C and D. Try it out. What would be the result of attempting to compile and run the following code? Double X is equal to new double 123 SOP X1. X1 will give me 2. X1 will give me 2. This is X0. This is X1. This is X2. So X1 is going to give me 2. Hence the answer will be 2. Answer the next question, 1 minute. The length is 4. Yes, the length is 4. For this, I am going to give you 2 to 3 minutes. Tell me what is this particular code going to do. So what is this code going to do is, this code is going to give me the index position of the maximum value. What is the first maximum value we get? We get it as 5. Okay, so what is the index value of it? It is going to be 1. Let's do the dry run of this. Let's try to understand this. Max is equal to mile is 0. So what is mile is 0? 1. So max is in this case 1. Index of max is 0. For I is equal to 1, I less than mile is dot length. Okay, so what is the length over here? The length in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what is the first element? The first element, because we are starting with I is equal to 1, is 5. Is 5 greater than max? What was the max value over here? Mile is 0. Mile is 0 is 1. Yes, it is. So what happens? My list I, which is 5, will be assigned to max. And index of max will be I, which will be 1. So in this case, this is going to be 1. Index of max is going to be 1. Then I plus plus will be 2. At the 2, what I have? It is 5. Okay, at 2, I have 5. Is 5 greater than 5? No. I plus plus is now 3. Is 5 greater than 5? No. Is 5 greater than 5? No. Is 1 greater than 5? No. So what will happen? It will come out of the loop and it will display the index of max. What is the index of max? 1. Output of the following code, 2 minutes. Kindly pay attention very, very carefully. Do not make a mistake. There is no braces over here. There is no braces. Yes, it is going to be error for a very simple reason. This is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I plus plus will be 5. Is 5 less than 5? No. So this will be over. So it is trying to access the element which is out of bound. So it will give me an error. It will going to give me an error. Next. Yes, it is a for each loop which is going to display the contents of an array 2.5, 3.0 and 4.0. Why 0? Why dot 0? Because it's treated as a double value. Each and every element is treated as a double. So 3 will also be treated as a double, 4 will also be treated as a double. Next question, 3 minutes. Very well. So we have an array, we have a for loop, and then I'm printing the contents of it, and you should tell me what should be the output. 3 minutes given to you. Kindly pay attention. First of all, we are saying mylist.length minus 2. So what is the length of it? It is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay. So we are starting from the fourth index position. And from the fourth, we are going towards 0. We are going towards 0. And then I am saying my list I plus 1 is equal to my list. So kindly, if you understand this, then you will be in a position to tell me the answer. I hope you must have got the answer for this. Okay. In this example, public static void main index is equal to 120200016. Okay. What should be the output of the following code? Will it work? Won't it work? And if it works, how this 016 should be interpreted? How this 016 should be interpreted? No, it is an octal number system. Anything starting with 0 will be treated as an octal number system. So you should know how to convert a octal to decimal. Okay. So tell me what should be the output. Kindly note 016 will be treated as an octal number system. Why? Because it starts with 0. And you should know octal 16 will be how much in decimal places. And then they are telling you predict the output. Yes. 016 will be 14 in decimal places. Hence your output will be 120, 214. I hope you get it. Predict the output of the following code. Again 3 minutes given to you. In this case, we are starting with I is equal to 1, and we are saying list I is equal to list I minus 1. List I is equal to list I minus 1. So what is list I? It is 2. Okay, and that 2 should be assigned to list I of minus 1. What is I? It was 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So at the 0th position, you should get the list I. So think about it and solve it. Kindly see, they are confusing you with these two stats. I is 1, so you are making the changes from the first position onwards. Okay, you are not touching this element. You are basically making it from the first index value, which is this one. And then you are saying this value has to be replaced with I minus 1. I minus 1 is I is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this particular element is replaced with this. Now what happens is we have the first two element as 1. Now when we come over here, this is replaced by the previous one, which is again 1. Now when we come over here, it is replaced by the previous one, which is again 1. So you will get the answer as 1 1 1 1 1. I hope you are understanding it. Next, we have got two lists with the same contents. Then I am saying list 2 is equal to list 1, and that means list 2 is pointing to list 1, and then I change the contents of two elements of the list 1, one element of the list 2, and then they are asking what should be the output of the list 2. Okay, so the tricky part is this one. Try to understand what they are doing. So the answer is 0, 1, 2. The answer is 0, 1, 2. Because what has happened, we have changed the contents. List 2 is pointing to list 1. Please remember, list 2 is pointing to list 1. That means list 2 is pointing to this particular location. And the first two elements have been changed to 0, and the next element is changed to 1. So now what happens is, when I come over here and display the contents of the list 2, the first two element will be 0, 1. Okay. Now what I'm interested in, the last element, will it be 3 or will it be 2? It will be 2, because he had changed the last element over here by saying list 2, 2 equal to 2. Hence the answer is 0, 1 and 2. 0, 1 and 2. What you, is it clear? Yes, no? Next, I have an array with 4 elements. I have an array by pointing to x. But then what has happened is x is equal to new int 2. Clear? If you understand this, you'll be in a position to answer the for loop. So what do you think should be output? Should it be only 0, 0 or should it be 1, 2, 3, 4? So kindly, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So kindly understand what is happening now. So when I say x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, y is also pointing to this particular x. Okay, so both of them are pointing to the same location. Okay, so now when I say x is equal to new into, what has happened is x is pointing to some new location. That means x is no longer holding this particular value. But this particular line is still pointing to the location where it was 1, 2, 3, 4. That means this is pointing to a location where we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you say int x is equal to new into, this x was allocated a new memory with two elements and initially they are having the value as 0 and 0. But after doing that, you never said y is equal to x. So it is still pointing to the same location where we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So when I say I is equal to 0, I less than y dot length, it pointed to this particular location where it was having 1, 2, 3, 4 and it printed it. It printed the value. The association between y and x is broken the moment you say x is equal to new int, because now this is pointing to the new location, but this was already pointed before you gave this instruction. Hence it was giving me 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Can I do something like this now? Let's check it. Once you have initialized it, once y is pointing to x, and once you have created a new array, can I do something like this? Let's check it out. Yeah. So point number one, when you say y is equal to x, it is pointing to the location where we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? When you say x is equal to new int, x is going to the new location and having the element 2, 0, 0. So when I print the contents of it, what should happen? It should print the content 1, 2, 3, 4. The old contents. But after pointing, if you say y is equal to x, then what will happen? Y will be now pointing to this new location. Hence, you will get the answer as 0, 0, which you are getting it. Is it clear? Next, what will be the output of the following code? Hello. Good morning. It will be an error for a very simple reason. What we have done, we have made this array as a final. We have made this array as a final. Next, will these two lines of code give me an error? Will these two lines of code give me an error? Yes, no. No. Good. So what should be the answer in this case? C is an array with 4 elements. A1 is equal to 1. Then I am saying A is equal to new int 2. So array size has been reduced, and then I display the contents of A1. So what should happen? Should it be 0? Should it be 1? Because we are saying kindly allocate a array with the 2 new elements. It is 0. The moment I use a new, what should happen? It should give me 0. Next, which is the correct option? So the answer in this case is C. Whenever we pass an array to a function, when we pass an array to a function, what should happen? What should happen? It should get the reference of the array. It should get the reference of an array. The previous question was quite different. The previous question we had 2 arrays. If you look over here, we had 2 arrays. Okay, in this question there are no 2 arrays. We are changing the same array. Hence the answer is different. We have a main function in which we have an array with the elements. We are making a call to the increase. Then we have another array. We are making a call to the increase. But in this case, I'm passing a single element. In this case, I'm passing an entire array. So we have got 2 functions, increase and increase. Okay. So it becomes a method overloading. And then you are trying to display the contents of the 0th element and the 0th element of the y index. Sorry, of the yth array. See, again, I'm repeating, there is an array X, there is an array Y. In the first case, I'm making a call to the increase function by passing an array. In the next case, I'm passing a 0th element to the increase function. Okay. So I got 2 increase function. In the first case, it is handling the entire array. In the next case, it is handling an Y. You have been told to predict the output of X0 and Y0. आप 204 तो खाली होना चाहिए पक्का पक्का So when we pass an array to a function, what should happen is it should increment the elements of an array. So it should become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. When we are passing an array, I told you we are passing a reference. Hence we increment the contents. It should increment it by 1. So it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when we are passing an individual element, then what happens is the copy of 1. See, we are passing a single element. So the copy of 1 is passed to this. So y is having a separate copy. It is not at all pointing to y. So when I say y plus plus, this change in the value of y, which is 2, will not change the original contents. Hence my answer is 2 and 1. Is it clear to you? So when I pass an array, it is passing a reference. Hence, whatever changes you make will change the original contents. When you pass a single element of an array, it is a call by value. That means this value is copied to y. Any changes made over here will not change this content. Hence, you get to 1. Is it clear? Any doubt in this previous example? Okay. Do the following two program produce the same result? We have a class test with a main, we have an array, we have reverse, and we are displaying the contents of the reverse. In the reverse, what I do, I declare a new list. Then I say new list I is equal to list of list length minus 1 minus I. So it is storing it in the reverse, and then this list is pointing to new list. The second program is you're declaring an array, you're passing it to the reverse. In the reverse, what you're doing, you're declaring an array. And then I is equal, what's the difference between these two? Let me just check it. New list is list. New list is list. Here we have new. Here we have list. And just one moment, let me figure out what is the difference actually. Allocate a new length and length minus 1 minus I. Okay. Since I taught you that whenever we are passing an array, it is a call by reference, it doesn't matter. Okay. Whatever name you give, whether you give the list or you give the name as, where is it? In the program to whether it is a old list and in this case it is a list, it doesn't matter, it's a call by reference. So whatever name you give over here, it doesn't matter, always it is going to refer to this particular old list only. Hence they will produce the same output. What will be the output of the following code? Now that they are saying that okay, this is nothing but pointing to this, and this particular code, what it should give me, new list I is equal to list of list dot length minus I minus 1, what it should give me? Kindly be careful of this running length. Okay, list dot length. So it is going to give me the contents in the reverse order, right? This particular output. This is length. Okay, right? Let's check it. At the 0th index position, we have length minus 1 minus I is 0. So it should pick up the last element 5, place it over here at the 0th position. I plus plus is 1. So at this position, what should happen? Whatever is the length, 5 minus 1 will be taking me to this particular position. And this I is 1 should be taking me to this particular position. So 4 should be coming here. So it is going to give me the contents in the reverse order. Next, will the following code work? New double square bracket 3 comma 3, new double 5, new double 3 1 comma 2 comma 3. Will this following code work? What they're asking is, will this code work? Will the first method, second method and third method work? This is straightforward. You are creating an anonymous array with two elements and they are initialized to 3 comma 3. Here you are saying I am creating an array with 5 elements. Okay. So that means this will be all having the elements as 0 0 0. New double 3 1 comma 2 comma 3. So let's test this out. Now new double 1 comma 2 comma 3. Why it fails? What is missing over there? What shouldn't be there so that it will work? Yeah, method call is wrong. So what is wrong in this particular call? What is wrong? What should be removed so that it will work? Is it the square bracket or is it the number 3? Okay, great. So let's remove this. And now let's try to run this. So when you try to run this, what should happen? Let's check it out. What we get the answer as. What is the length of what we are printing? We are printing the A dot length. So what is the length of this? 2. What is the length of this? 5. What is the length of this? 3. Good. Which of the following statements are correct? Character square bracket, character array A comma B. This fails because we don't have the extra pair of parentheses. Character 2 comma 2, we cannot give the size. Character 2, again we cannot give the size. Character square bracket array is equal to double pair of parentheses A comma B, C comma D. Okay, this is valid, perfectly fine. My question to you is now something something like this. Will this work? Yes, no. Answer of this question was only D. Okay, now I have changed it. Now I'm doing something like this. Will this code work? Yes, no. That is the question. Yes, it is going to work. Assume double square bracket x is equal to new double 4 5. What are x dot length and x2 dot length? What are x dot length and x2 dot length? What is x dot length? X dot length means the length of the Number of rows, since it's a 2D array, it is 4. And x2 means what? 0, 1, 2. All of them are having how many elements in that particular row? 5 elements. So x2 dot length should give me 5. Hence the answer is 4, 5. When you create an array using the following statement, the element values are automatically initialized to 0. True or false? True. How many elements are there in the array matrix? Integer square bracket matrix is equal to new int 5, 5. How many elements are there? 25. Good. Boolean x is equal to new boolean 3 and square bracket. X0 is equal to new boolean 1, x1 is equal to new boolean 2, x2 is equal to new boolean 3. What is this concept called? We are declaring an array in which we are skipping the size of a column. What it is called? What type of an array it is called? See, we are saying that it should have 3 rows. We do not have the number of columns. It is called a jagged array. It is called a jagged array, where on the new declaration line, we could declare the size of the column. In the first case, we have 1 column. In the next case, we have 2. In the third case, we have the 3 columns. And by default, boolean will be true or false. It will be false. Boolean will be false. Hence, all the elements will be false. Assume int square bracket x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are x dot length? What are x dot length? R x0 dot. Okay. What are x dot length? It is not add. And x0 dot length. This is an array being given to you. And they are asking x dot length. X dot length will be the number of rows. 1, 2, 3. So it has to be 3. Where we have 3, we have over here and we are over here. So these are the two places. Then it is saying x0 dot length. X0 is this one. And what is the length of it? 2. So the answer is 3 and 2. So the answer is 3 and 2. In square bracket x is equal to so and so. What are x? Can we do this? Can we do this where I have 2 elements? Here we have 3 elements and here we have 5, 6, 5, 9. So my question to you is this an example of a jagged array? Is this an example of a jagged array? Yes. We have declared an array without any size. We haven't mentioned any size and we have initialized the content. So first one is having 2, the next one is having 3, the next one is having 4 elements. So x0 dot length will give me 2, x1 dot length will give me 3, x2 dot length will give me 4. Hence answer is 2, 3, 4. What is the output of the following code? We have an array, 2D array with the following elements, and we are saying b is equal to value 0, 0. Okay, and we have got this code over here. So take 2 minutes and answer it. This particular if condition should be in a position to tell me what I am doing. I am trying to find the maximum value of this particular array. If v is less than values, v is equal to values row column, and then I'm printing the content outside the loop. So it should give me the maximum value, which is 33. Look at the condition over here and accordingly tell me what it is doing. Since v is greater than the element, v is equal to element, this is going to give me the minimum element. Okay, what is the minimum element in this case? It is 1. It is 1. So if anyone asks you to sort the contents, okay, if anyone tells you to sort the content, then you can use a trick. You can use a trick. Instead of, for example, assume that this is, you're not in a position to edit it. So what you can do is, somewhere over here inside, you can type java.util.arrays.sort. Okay, this is a sort function is available in java.util. So java.util has got a predefined collection called as arrays. Okay, and this will be in a position to sort the contents. It will be in a position to sort the content. So this is a trick if you want to sort the contents. So what this is going to do, we are going to go to the row 0. Row is less than values dot length. Okay, so the length in this case is 2 because there are 2 rows. Then it is saying java.util.array.sort values row. That means it is going to sort this contents. And then we are displaying the content, which is 1, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, this will be 1, 2, 6, 33. Is it clear to you? So assume that this is a hidden. You cannot make any changes to this. So what you can do is you can type in complete path, complete package name, java.util.arrays.sort, and you can do it. What will be the output of the following code? You have a matrix of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we are saying for I is equal to 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, SOP matrix I1. So I is going to be 0, 1. Then it is going to be 1, 1. Then it is going to be 2, 1. Then it is going to be 3, 1. Okay. See, this is I over here. So this is going to be 0, 1. At 0, 1, what we have? 2. Then it is going to be 1, 1. So this is 1, this is 1. It is going to be 5. Then I is going to be 2. So this is 2. I is going to be 1. So it is going to be 9. I is now 3. At 3, what I have? 12, 13, 14, 15. And again pick up the 1, which is 13. So we get 2, 5, 9, 13. In this case, I change the order. Now it is, this is always going to be 1. That means we are, what we are doing? We are keeping this fixed. but I is going to be changing from 0. That means this is going to be 1 0. So 1 0 will be 4. Next time I is 1. So this will be 1 1. So 1 1 is 5. Next time it is 1 2. It is going to be 6. Next time it is going to be 1 3. It is going to be 7. So we get 4 5 6 7. Is it clear? Understood? Okay, that will be the end of the class. I guess you have some other classes today, right? Yeah, this will be uploaded. Don't worry. These questions will be uploaded. No, my question to you is, do you do not have a next lecture? You do not have a next lecture? Kindly check it. I'll keep this screen open. Kindly check it. I'll keep this screen open. Okay. In case there is no class, I'll be again meeting you at around in 5 minutes. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. Fine. That will be the end of the class. Thank you. You all can leave. And this document will be uploaded so you can go through it. All the best for your exams. Do well in the exams.